Alright, time to get the bike up. Well, this is unfortunate. Got caught in the rain. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Hey, welcome back everyone. Hope you enjoyed the Enery OHV video. We definitely had a lot of fun on the trails. Overall, it was a great trip. Reason for this video, we're going to be doing some bike maintenance. On the ride home, I hit the 4,000 mile mark on the Drz400. So we're going to do a bit of maintenance, oil change the oil filter, clean out the air filter, and put that new chain on. Got everything ready, laid out. Got 2 quarts of oil, 10W40. Got the K&N oil filter. It's the KN 139, which is what fits the Drz400s. Got my oil funnel nice and clean. Got my tool roll that I take on the bike. Pretty much has everything I need for most of the stuff on the bike, so I should have everything here. If not, got the rest of my tools. Got the new chain that's going on. You'll see, hopefully you can see that, but there is right here 14 millimeter bolt that's going to come out and drop the engine from the oil from the engine there, and then I believe it's a 12. There's another one right here, and the oil, the rest of the oil that's collected in the frame will come out there, and then we'll flip to the other side and hit our oil filter and finish it up. Get this started. I just cracked it loose. We're just gonna open it up. One more quick turn and boom. Perfect. Wipe this down, get it nice and clean. I'm just gonna let that drain out and onto the frame bolt. Hi Blake, are you coming to help? Yeah. You big girl, you can help daddy. We're gonna take that bolt out and we're gonna let the oil out. Nope, we're gonna play with the air compressor first. That's not really helping. You're just stepping on my daddy's tools. There we go. Got it open. Watch out. You're in it. Oh no. Oh, there we go. Some oil all over the garage floor. 10 millimeter. We get all 3 of these opened up, and that is where the oil filter is. There we go. Grab out the oil filter. Perfect. Get the rest of this oil out. Be careful, there's this O-ring here. Should be good, but seems fine. I'm gonna save that. You can see inside there is another little O-ring in there, so just make sure you don't lose that. That's super important. Clean that out. I do change the oil filter every time, even though they say every other time is fine, but I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Grab some fresh oil, just coat that O-ring. And I'm gonna go ahead and stick that back in there before I forget. Always take a little bit. Just kind of rub it on the new oil filter. Right back in there. Pop this cover back on. Make sure you pay attention, there is an arrow. So make sure that goes back in the right place. Snug them, you don't wanna, they really don't need much. Good to go. Now we just got to put the 2 bolts back in that we took out. The frame and the engine, and then we're gonna go up there and add the fresh oil. Perfect. The frame, if you couldn't see before, is right there. Alright, get that going. Now we can go ahead back to the top and start putting in our fresh oil. Funnel's in place, all our bolts are back, that's important. One down, one to go. That's it. Fresh oil filter. All the old oil's out, new oil's in. I'm gonna turn the engine on, run it for a few seconds, cycle it through, and then we'll check to make sure that we're at a good level and good to go. Alright, let's go ahead and check. Wipe it off quick. Then rest it without threading it on the top, and that should get you an accurate read, and we are perfectly full, nice fresh oil and ready to go. All right, let's get working on that chain. I'm gonna go ahead and get this put up on the stand, and then get the old chain off and the new chain on. So we have an endless chain here. So we got the good old chain breaker, 14 millimeter and a 17 millimeter wrench. This is, I think, 15 bucks from Harbor Freight. It's rated for a 530 chain, I think, tops. I've used it on a smaller chain, but not a 520 chain yet. So we'll see if it works, but it's supposed to. So I got it on the lowest setting right now, or on the shortest. I'm gonna line it up. And you want the pin as far back as possible, so that if it's sticking out too far, you have the possibility of breaking it. Tight. I'm just gonna go on the other side and make sure I'm lined up. Looks good to me. Now we're gonna grab the 14, see if we can break this chain. I think grind this off. Should be fine. I just gotta crank a little harder at first. Alright, there it is. $15 at Harbor Freight. I think the ProMotion Jumbo chain breaker is like 120 bucks. There it is. 15 bucks. What I'm going to do is grab the new chain. I'm going to go ahead and attach it to this chain so I can pull it through and I don't have to take the cover off to get to the sprocket. I got to break, the new chain is 120 links, so I got to take 8 links off. This is 112 links. So we got 8 links off. 8 links. Now we got 112 links. I am gonna go ahead and attach this chain to this chain. Boom. There we go. Pull that through. Save me some extra steps. Old chain. Trash. New chain. So I should have done it in the first place, but I just had to loosen the axle, move it a little bit closer. So now we are good. Get the master link greased up, put it together, and we're done. O-rings on either side. Put that over. I just put the master link through the back, put the O-rings on and the front plate. Now what I'm going to do is take the chain breaker, and I'm actually going to put it on backwards. Put the pin part out, so just the tensioner. And now what I'm going to do is just tighten that, and that's going to push that pin through the other way. as I said, so that it exposes that groove for the clip. That should do it. We're going to grab our clip and we're going to put it in this direction. That is the way that the chain will be moving. And I got my pliers here. Done. So now it's on there. Should be good to go. Just got to tighten the axle and we're done. Alright, last but not least, we're going to check the air filter and see if that needs to be cleaned. And it pops right off. Alright, now that we got that out, we're going to go give that a clean, re-oil it, and put it back in. K&N recharging kit comes with the air filter cleaner. But first we're going to get rid of the child. Then we're going to spray it. There we go. So I just brought it inside. I let the cleaner sit on for about 10 minutes. I brought it inside and just hosed it out with water. You want to make sure that you do it from the inside out so it pushes all the dirt and all that out. I'm going to let it sit about 20 minutes till it's fully dry, and then we'll apply the red oil around the air filter. So it's been about 35 minutes. We let the air filter completely dry, and we got our K&N air filter oil. Got it nice and coated in there. You want that pinkish red color. You don't want to go too crazy with it, but you want to make sure everything's nice and coated. Now we're good to go. We're going to put on the grease around the seal, and we're going to pop it back in the bike. So we got our K&N air filter sealing grease. Alright, now we're nice and coated. Got our air filter back in. Now it's time to put the panel on and lock it up. So that's everything. Bike is good to go. Getting ready to go to North Carolina and ride with some buddies in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Should be a great trip. Look out for that video. Should be up soon. Thanks again for watching. Have a good one.